First of all, Yul is 41. Good. I really don't interfere in his affairs. No. Suddenly we heard he's picked up a second wife, right?
You didn't know before he picked the wife up?
That is one thing you must know about me.
Right.
I don't lie. It's not necessary.
Right.
God created me so well. If I tell you this thing is black, it is black. You know, it's like when he wanted to run for governor or something. When I saw his photograph, I thought it was a production they were doing. There was somebody who phoned me and said, you know something, Yul is running for governor. And I said, it must be crazy. How? I never heard it.
Right.
And I have 5 sons. I don't interfere with their lives, you know. If they say that so thing is happening, good. If they don't tell me, I don't bother. If they tell me, beautiful. We just heard it, and that's it, you know.
So you suddenly heard that he had taken a second wife. So you were saying you suddenly heard that.
Yeah, we did. You know, there is something we always say in Igbo. Onye kpata nkwu arụrụ, si ngwele bịa tụọ onye ava. In other words, if you go and pick up ants-infested faggots, it's a direct invitation to the lizards to come to roost, right? Good. So, here I am, and that's all.
That's all.
Mary is not just a daughter-in-law. I don't want to say that I love Mary more than the other wives of my sons. But the love I have for Mary is so strong. Why? The father and I were very close. Yes, and when we went for the traditional marriage rites in their place, the kind of reception their people gave me, I will never forget. Mary is a girl I love to the marrow. By the way, she's a wonderful person. Mary is a very, very brilliant girl. You may not know that. Mary is a computer wizard, that lady you're looking at, right? And to a very large extent, the success of that home is to Mary's credit. Yeah. But again, you know, things like this happen, and it's so difficult to convince her that you are not part of, you know. Mary is a wonderful person. In fact, I just had my 76th birthday, and the message she put out was so endearing, you know. Yeah. And Mary is a wonderful woman. A lot of people have been advising her wrongly, you know, trying to see if they can sunder the link between herself and her husband. Most of those women who are advising her that way don't have good homes, you know.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So you guys just saw a video of Pete Edochie, who is Yul's father, claiming that he had no idea that Yul was going to take a second wife, and he also got to find out just like everybody on social media as well, even though me and a lot of people felt that he knew and he was in support of it, and he went ahead to talk about me so warmly. Like, I respect him for that video, but this was controversial because a lot of people felt like he was trying to make excuses for his son or what his son did, that he didn't really talk to you the way he was supposed to talk, and him saying that women these days don't endure, they just leave. He was surprised to find out some Nollywood actresses also left their husbands, and I can understand with those people. But funny enough, I do agree with him, and I can understand where he's coming from too. You know, our parents were used to enduring a lot of things. Like, our mothers believed that they needed to stick to their husbands no matter whatever it is their husbands had done to them. It was a shame to leave. It's like you have failed if you had left. But nowadays women are more empowered. Things have changed, beliefs have changed, influences and so many factors influences our lifestyle nowadays. So, and it's also May's choice. She has stated it severally that she doesn't believe in polygamy, and she would never be a part of it. And so far she has been respectful. She hasn't done anything to disrespect her husband, even though the husband has been doing otherwise. So if May decides to leave, it doesn't mean that she has lost her values and doesn't respect traditions and all of that. It's her personal choice. And I don't think anybody can make such a decision for you. May is an adult. She should have thought about it on her own and felt that was the best thing for her to do, at this time. And every compliment he has given her is well deserved, because it has shown, even in her attitude, you could see he acknowledged the wonderful message she left for him on his birthday. May has a very strong respect for her father-in-law, and I can see that the entire family, if May is a bad person, like the entire family would not be behind her, that they have all shown support the way they can, and I like the parable the father made, saying something like, when you have something that is valuable and you leave it and go after something that has no value, something like that. That was the parable the last parable he made, which was the wise one. He spoke like a father, he spoke like a Christian, he spoke like anybody should speak. Remember that you is a man, he's an adult, and his father cannot make decisions for him. Whatever his life choices are, we should not use it to blame other people or for his actions. And another thing I'm going to say about this particular issue is this: you, I will keep saying, is the one that owes me any form of loyalty. May is not married to his father, neither is she married to Judy. So it is you that disappointed her, nobody else. Okay. And for her to have decided to take it the legal route, well, I think that's the best thing for her to do at this point, since she's deciding not to continue with the marriage. Well, I think after that, Rita Edochie, who has so publicly, made her opinions known that she's not in support of this, was happy at what Peter Edochie said in that interview, and she came out again to express once more how she her displeasure you marrying Judy Austin. You also left a message. Let me leave it on the screen. And then there's a video that has been circulating around of Judy Austin kneeling down as if she was begging Pete Edochie, and she was pregnant, visibly pregnant in that video, and you was also there, but it was circulating, so it looked like she and her husband went to beg him or something, but actually found out that it was from a movie set, that somebody just clipped that out. It was not like real life. So because trying to make it look like Pete Doce was just being deceitful in what he was saying. And for now, at this point, I don't even know if it is even you that is controlling his social media at this point. Certain moves and certain things he posts on those social media, I'm like, are you really sure he's the one, controlling his social media account? Because this is really not looking good for his reputation and for his image. Certain things he decides to do there. But at the end of the day, he's an adult, May is an adult, Judy is an adult, and May is taking this issue very maturely. She's handling this issue very, very, very maturely. And I pray that God continues to grant each and every one of them wisdom on how to handle this, because there are children involved in the matter. It's not just about them at this point. I've also watched several interview of you in the past. And in those interviews, whenever he was asked about his marriage, he always said that I could read his body language that he married quite early. I think he was either 22 or 23, and it was as if it was his parents that pushed him to do it. Like they insisted. It wasn't as if he was ready at that point, but because he had been dating her for a long time, that they were dating when they were in school or something, their parents knew them, both parents knew each other, and then they encouraged them that there's no need to waste time. You since you like this girl and all that. So severally in his interviews, I could see that it wasn't as if he was really ready and his mind was made up to marry and settle down with May. He just had to do it because of pressure from his family. So probably somewhere at the back of his mind, he still had a lacking or something in his mind, like he wasn't really satisfied. So it's possible that Judy is a woman that he now has chosen by himself, that he fell in love with and he felt he was ready. So that is like the wife of his choice, and May is like the wife of his family or something, from what I could see.